good afternoon. Can I get a bit more louder, please? Good afternoon. Oh, thank God. So this is a big crowd. I'm with so much of energy. So I always love to listen to students. I have been teaching for a while. That's how I started my career. So I always love interacting with students. So today we are going to interact on a topic which you are very familiar. ICTK has already shared with you. So what I'm trying to do now is that I'm trying to give you certain context. Then we will further deep dive into the discussion with the eminent panelists. Okay. So while driving along with the context, I see many of you are already playing around with your mobile phones. So I know you can't move out without that. So I still want you to continue playing with my mobile phone, but on certain conditions that I propose. That is only difference. Okay. So I see now that all those who are on mobile phone are looking at me. What is this chap is going to tell me? All right. So I'll tell you what you are going to do. Okay. So before getting into this, this is a context I'm just positioning for the panel. We earlier thought it will be majority engineering or technology grads, but we realized that we have a good portion to the panel. If you look back slightly on, we have close to 800 plus students here, wherein engineering is 395 and arts 400 plus and polytechnic also. So that's how the distribution we see, which is very diverse distribution. We will try to address whatever best possible we could. Okay. So now this is my task for you. What you all have to do is that you all have to take your mobile phone. Okay. Just type slido.com. Okay, just type slido.com on Google. No need of any login. Nothing to be done. There is no login, there is no credential required. Just follow my instructions. Right? So what you have to do is that you just type in slido.com and key in the code that is seen at the left of the screen. When I look at it, it's towards the left. Did you all see that? And once you key in the code, you can just type, okay, interesting. I see people are coming up, okay. So we have 8 plus members on screen. That's good. Great. Perfect. So 10 plus, okay. So you already know. Thank you so much. So we have 16 members coming up. Great. Let me see more. We are in the technology era and our topic is also that. So that's where I thought this will be, okay, 29 members. At least if I get 100, we are good. So all those who are playing with phone so far, you need to now play with me. That is what I need. Okay, 41, right? Can we get few more, please? 46 plus, great. 49, interesting. Okay, 54, 56, coming up. Please do help. Get in. 61, 66. Once we touch 100, we are good to go, okay? Okay, superb, great. 150, that's nice. So we'll keep moving, otherwise we'll lose time for sure. Okay, great. So what I need to, you to do now is that I'll ask set of questions. We are very comfortable in handling our entrance exams. We know how to answer MCQs, option A, B, C, D. So the same is what you have to do here, okay? So the one who responds faster will be the winner kind of a situation, right? That's how it is. So my first question to you is that how many AI tools you may have tried or exposed to? It can be very base, okay? Even now, Microsoft PowerPoint has AI embedded, slight AI. That means the designs of the PowerPoint, whatever you do, will be automatically being redesigned for you. And if you look at Microsoft Word, there is a dictator functionality. I don't know how many of you have used. So can you please respond? Okay, great. I'm seeing 67 responses. So once I touch 100, I will close and see how. So that will be great context for all of us in the discussion to understand how far you guys are into this. Okay, 131 responses. Okay, I should move on. Oh, we touched 199. Great. Brilliant team. Thank you so much. Great. Okay. So we'll see the distribution now. Oh, okay. This is pretty cool. I believe only 1%. That means out of 166, maybe 2 people have never attempted anything on AI at all. But I see 1 to 2. Okay. So at least 39% have used 1 to 2 and 41% 3 to 5, 6 to 10, 10%, and 10 plus 11%. Great. So to ICTK officials here, I'm giving you live survey data to publish. So which is, you should be it should be credited to me for sure. Okay. great. So that is a good context. I believe very few haven't exposed at all, but at least some of you have been already doing it as part of this. So that shows the way how AI has been already adopted to your life. I mean, even if at the student level. Great. So now coming to a context, now I'm sharing a bad news. Okay. So what is the bad news on screen? So this is again a set of news that I have captured from some of the articles. And this is based on specifically last year. Okay, some layoff numbers on big tech firms that lead global layoff. Okay, not specifically to Kerala or India, but the impact is across. And this is just very high level. We know, I mean, at the lower level, we know at our organization level or smaller organization, there are many things happening for sure. But do you all feel that irrespective of these layoff, we will be able to navigate comfortably with AI? Can I hear a yes or no? So the point here is that yes, AI is impacting job, and like Sai has rightly positioned, it is also disrupting and creating new. We will see how that evolves. We will also seek panels' views on how this is evolving in their organization. So one point that I wanted to show, this is again from World Economic Forum. So what it shows, what you see in the screen is that a list of jobs, okay, a number of list of jobs where you see how the jobs are displaced and created. So what does that mean is that if you look at the blue, that shows the jobs that are created. If you look at the purple, that shows the jobs that are lost because of AI. And the diamond shape that you see at the center shows the net impact against each job category. Right? So if you look at the overall trend, what is it, positive or negative? If you look at the overall trend, is it positive or negative? I'm sorry? Negative? Negative? Okay, it's positive actually. If you look at the overall trend, it is positive, because if you look at the diamond shape position, it is actually tending towards the positive side. That means yes, there are enough disruptions, but yes, there are many other elements created, right? So that's what just the point, one point that you have to carry. Then now it's back to you again on your screen, on your phone. So you can now play with the phone. So one more question. So according to you, are Indians more adaptive to AI? So according to you, are Indians more adaptive to AI enablement? So we are all part of the same country. So I just want to know what is your perspective? Because in the first slide, we saw that you are already using. Okay, 200 plus responses so far. Great, nice. Oh, okay. So majority in this group, and there are a 7% crew. So for the panel also, I think that will be useful. So there are 7% out of this 230 who feels they are totally clueless what is happening on AI. So that is also a good insight. And I don't know categories also, there is 3%. And yes, majority says it is 77% says we are adoptive. Okay. So that's great insight. Just wanted to share some interesting insight on Indian context. So this is again specifically by again the study only. So this is from the Microsoft Work Index. So what it says is that 74% of Indian workers are really worried. That means we are all worried that our job is going to be taken away by AI. But the interesting fact is that we are very confident that we are ready to adopt AI. So which is very contradictory, I felt, but I thought I'll place it in front of you so that you can also analyze whether that is the same happening with you or not. Right? Now we will quickly check this. Maybe I'm sure something that you all are interested in. How I'm going to be hired to an organization, right? So if you look at the trend, which was early COVID versus the current, you see it is actually inbound. That means the earlier, I mean, I don't know whether you may have heard, because you may be into your first years or second years at that time while COVID was at peak, or maybe even getting into the career. So what it shows is that people had multiple offers in hand, and it was more like they deciding whether I should go company A, company B. So now that is been converging, and now the application versus sourcing is slightly deviating, is what the stats that is being called out. So this is again another interesting fact. So you really have to put your foot down and ensure that your right application reaches there. Now there are enough applications on optimizing your resume itself for getting into a job, right? So I'll quickly finish up one more question. This anyway, I'm sure the panel will address. So based on this answer, panel is going to tell you what is right. But you can always answer. Behavioral skills are less important than technical skills at work. Do you agree? So this is the question. Okay, so this is a great response for the panel to take up, I believe. 74% feel that behavioral skills are less important than technical skills at work. So I'm sure the panel is going to take up that for sure. Interesting fact. Thank you so much for that response. So we got 241 response where I see this is very light. That's nice. Okay, right. Then now I'm coming to some pointers from NASCOM. So with this, we are almost to the end. I will conclude and we will more listen to the panel now. So this is global trend. In global trend, if you look at, this shows the global tech talent in tech industry landscape. This is a report published by, I'm sure Kamna would obviously give us more insights on it, but this is again the report by NASCOM, which published in last November, December 2023, where they have conducted the NASTEC. So what they are saying here is that if you look at India, where is India positioned in this? Do you see the bubble where India is mapped? Where is India? Okay, towards the right, correct. So what is the index there? If you look at towards the right end. So what does that mean? Indians are? So we are most expected to be high reskillability area. That means we are prone to reskill. That means we are ready to reskill ourselves and adopt. So that is what this report says compared to many other countries across the globe. So that is actually a positive news, I always feel, because we can always get in. I'm sure that is why many things are outsourced to us. Now one other element that I would like to look at, because we are in Trivandrum, so I just wanted to validate whether the MSA comes under Trivandrum also. So this is again NASCOM's report only. So it shows Trivandrum is also covered under particular segment where it is being called out around 16,000 to 21,000. That Trivandrum means it will be clubbed some areas of Tamil Nadu also towards the lower bottom. So it shows 16,000 to 21,000 of students are talented and available to onboard to the industry. So which is again a hotspot, and you can see how it is spread across. I'm sure again, I believe Kamna won't differ. This is again from the NASCOM report. So that's on some. So this shows that we have enough capability, right? And we are adaptive, and you all are part of this 16K to 21K. So you can also be proud that you are ready. But one tough element that we have to realize is this. Okay, what is that? So it is a projection of demand versus supply in terms of talent. What does that mean? So it shows, if you look at the red line, that is actually the supply. But if you look at the black line, which is actually the demand, right? So if you look at the demand from 23 to 28 that is coming up projected, we have a strong difference. So that is where this topic is more important. And that is where how the panel is going to help us understand how you as a community can really take things ahead, or how you can actually leverage things ahead and move on. I'm sure even when I stand, I was recently reading, I'm sure George would obviously concur. IBM was planning to automate a good pool of their HR operations. So I was thinking my job is also at stake. So that is a fact. So likewise, there is enough disruptions happening, so we have to accommodate anyway. So the point on this one, this difference is where it is your mindset that is going to help you reach there versus no. So that is one pointer I wanted to bring to your attention. Now I want you to address one more. This one you may have to read. So this is again, I'm sure this insight will be a good takeaway for the panel. So with that, we will get into the panel discussion. So what do you think the evolving AI do to your prospective job? I'm sure we all are looking for whether it is, paid job, or you are getting into entrepreneurship, or whatever mode it may. Just look at the option and pick. You will take some time because you have to read and digest what does that mean. So first option is AI will take up my prospective job, more like I will not have a job. So AI will not take out the kind of job I am looking for, because I am very confident, I am already upskilled, and AI is not going to take up the job that I am going to get into, right? That is the second option. And the third one is you are really worried, you don't have no clue. That means AI will require me to learn new skills that I am not confident, neither I have the capacity to learn. So this is another element some of you may be feeling. Okay, so I thought from your angle and I just written, it is not hard, first I have asked anybody, but I thought I'll just write and understand the perspective. Because we are all comfortable in picking options than responding in a detailed note. So that's why I thought I'll make in this way. So then the final one is I don't know, which means you have no clue what is happening. I mean, we are discussing, somebody has come, something is happening, I have no idea. Yes, I don't know category is there. So there are people who have no clue. So there are 12% of them. Then I will actually create a new job opportunity for me. Okay, 44% of this crew feels that. That's great. Okay. A will require me to, okay, so there are people in the third category that I mentioned because they have no idea. I mean, they feel that I'm not competent enough to, tap the evolving job that demands AI skill. Okay, interesting. So good finding. So thank you so much. I believe this will help us. I'm also just, as part of the panel, I'll just try to use this data points and gather the feedback from the panel. Great. Thank you so much, team. So now it's a discussion form. So we will see, we will take inputs from the panel on how things will move on. Okay.